Hello, I'm Michael from Cutlery and More. We specialize in selling the finest kitchen knives available, and I'm here today with my friend Harald Wusthof from Wusthof Trident, which is our largest vendor.
Well, Michael, thank you very much for the introduction here. And what's the big thing about selling knives or actually using knives? We at Wusthof do that already for 7 generations here, and well, that's why we are so passionate and detailed about everything in a knife. On the other hand, 7 generations for a knife is nothing. I mean, as a knife, we talk about, let's say, one of the oldest tools of mankind here, and on the other hand, one of the very few tools you use, as I always say, much more than a toothbrush every day. So what we would like to do here now is to give you a little more information, detailed information about knives and their performance, what they're good for, what they're not supposed to do, and as the name already says, the stamp blade is stamped out of a metal sheet, so it's, let's say, the beginner's version. If you want to start to cook something, or you can't afford, as a student for example, you can't afford good high investment like in a forged knife, it's a good piece to start with. Here with the forged knife, the big difference is that there is a bolster between the handle and the blade, which gives the whole knife a much better balance, so all the weight is concentrated in the middle, which is much easier when you chop or dice and do things you're supposed to do with a knife. The big difference is we have to distinguish between the forged lines and the stamped lines. The stamped we just have 2, so you see where our emphases are. So the forged lines are the much more bigger variety. So with the stamped lines we've got the easiest version with the Emerald line, as we call it, since we developed that with Chef Emerald together. And then we've got the Gourmet line, which has exactly the same steel, just a different handle shape. Also coming to the forged lines, we've got 6 different ones. Classic in black and white, so that's much more question of taste actually, or of color. Original Grand Prix, which is exclusively carried here at Cutlery and More, and also with the Grand Prix 2, as we call it. Here the difference between the Classic and both Grand Prix lines is that this handle has a certain texture, so it feels a little different in your hand. And then we've got the Culinar with the stainless steel handle, and a new line called Classic Icon. With the Classic, that's actually the best-selling knife. If you go out on the street and ask somebody to draw you a knife, it's usually a black handle and 3 rivets, and hopefully this red logo, which is offered here by Cutlery and More. Once again, all the Wusthof knife lines we've discussed here today, from paring knives and Sentoku knives and chef's knives to meat cleavers, are stocked and available at cutleryandmore.com. And with their almost 100 years of experience, I'm very sure that they will provide you the best service you can get here on the web online. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit und auf Wiedersehen.